Do you remember the story about a paramedic? This woman smothered a black man to death. Well, there's an update. The judge has decided to be lenient, decrease her bond because, well, she's a mother. I want to remind you of the video. Here it is.
Watch your noggin.
I know it's cold. I know it's cold. Yep, keep going, keep going.
Oh, negative.
Come on, buddy.
Now get up on there, man.
Come on, get up on there, old bud.
They can't get you there if you don't get on the cot.
Get up on there, Earl. It's a bed on wheels. Get up there.
All right, we're spinning them around. I'm gonna put them up. Stand up. Stand up. All right, Earl, this is getting a little silly, man. There you go. There we go. Oh, I'm gonna wait till he gets in there. If he gets in there. He'll find his way to dead weight off of that thing.
Oh, he's strapping that
They killed him. Put up the picture full mass. Earl Moore Jr. was improperly strapped into that gurney by Peggy Finley and Peter Cottigan. Now, I'm going to give you some background that will make your blood boil. Now, I want to remind you, young man was having hallucinations because of alcohol withdrawal. The judge has significantly lowered the detention bond for EMS worker Peggy Finley, who is facing murder accusations for what she did to a black man in Illinois. On Friday, August 4th, Peggy Finley appeared in court to determine whether she would need to maintain a bond of $1 million as she defends herself against charges related to the compressional and positional asphyxiation death of Mr. Earl Moore Jr. This happened on December 18th, 2022, right before Christmas. According to ABC 20, according to a Sangamon County State Attorney, Dan Wright, Earl Moore Jr., 35-year-old resident of Springfield, lost his life while under the care of two EMS workers, Finley and Peter Cottigan. Moore was hallucinating from alcohol withdrawal as he was being restrained face down on a gurney. That's against the law, against the ruling, against the rules and policy. Law and Crime reports. Both EMS workers have been apprehended and are now charged with first-degree murder after an autopsy found that asphyxiation was the cause of death due to the stress they caused that night by way of the restraint. Finley faces first-degree murder charges. That's a serious charge, right? Prosecutors say, quote, she performed acts which caused the death of Earl Moore Jr. without legal justification in that said defendant and Peter Cottigan. Tightened restraints across Earl Moore Jr.'s back and lower body in the prone position and transported Earl Moore Jr. to St. John's Hospital, thereby causing a death by compressional and positional asphyxia. Said defendant, knowing based upon her training, experience, and the surrounding circumstances that such acts would create a strong probability of bodily harm or death. Now remember, they are trained to specifically not do this. Literally in their training, they're told, all right, you see this? Don't ever do that to a human being. Because if you do this, they will either A, have severe bodily injury, or B, they would die. So don't ever do this. They took a test. The test poses the question, can you do this? They answer the question correctly. No, you can't do this. They get certified. You see a black man who's hallucinating. because of alcohol withdrawal. They do what they're told will kill a human being. There's more. Finley's legal team requested a reconsideration of the 7-figure bond, aiming to secure a more affordable amount that she could manage. This wasn't the first occasion that Finley sought a reduction. Her previous 2 attempts were unsuccessful. Despite her past failures, an appellate court has now granted a reduction from $1 million to $600,000. According to published rulings, justices said that the circuit court abused its discretion by denying the other motions filed by Finley's lawyers. According to the video, Springfield police responded to a call to Moore's apartment after a woman frantically reported the man's hallucination. She leads them inside, directing them to Moore's bedroom. Officers came into the house and saw the 35-year-old black man lying in bed, sweating, disoriented. They then called the ambulance after assessing his awareness. After about 15 minutes, Finley and Cottigan enter. Finley seemingly tries to help Moore, grabbing his arm as he's on the floor. In the recording, she's yelling at him saying, quote, "Quit acting stupid. Sit up now. I'm not playing with you today. You're going to have to get up and walk because we ain't carrying you. I'm seriously not in the mood for this dumb ish." That's how the paramedic is talking. There's no indication the police talked in that manner. Finley continued in the episode before he dies. The appeals court recognizing Finley's role as a mother of 4 and a grandmother of 6, decided to overturn the trial court's decision that had twice refused to lower the bail for the defendant. Wow. They considered that even though she's a paramedic who murdered a man while on duty, she's a grandmother. She's a mother. So naturally, she has to be more important than the black man who's dead, or the family he's connected to, or the justice that should be served. Don't you find it ironic that the police arrive, they don't kill him, they don't arrest him. They say, "Oh my goodness, this man is obviously going through a mental health crisis. Let's call the ambulance." Yeah, let's do that. Get the ambulance on the phone. Let's get him over here. This guy doesn't need to go to jail. Ambulance comes and kills him. Sharon, thoughts?
It is ironic, Dr. Richey, and my question is it impossible to hold white woman tears accountable? Is it impossible? Let's just admit it, because I'm not in the mood for this dumb ish today.
No.
Quoting Peggy Finley, okay?
Yep.
And the appeals court went further in saying, she's not violent. They what now? She's up for murder charges.
Murder, that's right.
Murder charges. And I think the one thing they got right is saying they should consider her role as a mother. Child services should be involved.
That's right.
Child services should be involved to this mother of 4, grandmother of 6. She's not fit based on her own conduct that we do know about.
You made a hell of a point. So you mean to tell me she still has what, custody of grandchildren, children? What? I don't understand this. She's in jail for murder. And I've never heard any judge refer to a black defendant who never had any criminal history before, but all of a sudden murdered somebody, to say, but you know what? They're really not violent. This is the only time they've done something like this, right? We're gonna give them a reduced bond because it's the first time they've been accused of murder.